It was the first day back at Ridgewood High after spring break. The hallways buzzed with laughter, the clang of lockers, and the shuffle of sneakers squeaking against polished floors. For most students, it was a regular Monday. But in Class 10B, something felt different. Their homeroom teacher, Mr. Clarkson, had gone on medical leave and a new substitute was taking over. Her name was Ms. Eleanor Ward. When she walked into the classroom, the chatter died. She carried herself with a strange calm, her back straight, steps measured, eyes steady. Her face bore faint scars, the kind that time couldn't fully erase. She was in her early 40s, dressed neatly but modestly, a plain white blouse tucked into khaki slacks, and her hair tied in a no-nonsense bun. There was something about her presence that felt commanding. "Good morning, class," she said, her voice steady but soft, carrying the authority of someone who had been through storms and survived them. "I'm Ms. Ward, and I'll be teaching history while Mr. Clarkson recovers. Let's get started." At first, the students obeyed. But it didn't take long before whispers started circling. The group at the back, led by Tyler Briggs, the loud, confident troublemaker, exchanged smirks. They were used to making substitutes quit. To them, every new teacher was a challenge, a test of dominance, a way to have fun. Tyler leaned to his friends, snickering. "Bet she won't last a week," he whispered. "2 days tops." Another student, Kyle, replied, but there was something they hadn't noticed yet. When Ms. Ward walked across the room, there was a faint metallic click with each step, subtle, rhythmic. A few students turned, curious, but she carried on without hesitation. During her lecture about World War II, her voice had that strange mixture of warmth and steel, like she was speaking not just from knowledge, but from experience. She spoke of courage, loss, and honor as if she had lived through those moments herself, but the class wasn't listening. Tyler began tossing paper balls across the room. A few girls giggled. Another student started drawing on the whiteboard when Ms. Ward turned to write notes. "Without missing a beat," she said, "Tyler, you can stop throwing things now." He froze. He hadn't thought she'd noticed. "How'd you even see that?" he muttered. "I've learned to sense what's happening behind me," she replied, her tone calm but firm. That caught the class off guard. There was something strange about the way she said it, like it wasn't just a figure of speech after class. When everyone left, Tyler stayed behind, annoyed. "You think you can just come in here and boss us around?" he said, trying to provoke her. Ms. Ward didn't even look up from her desk. "I don't need to boss anyone around, Tyler. Respect isn't demanded, it's earned. And I hope you'll earn mine too." For the first time, he didn't have a comeback. Days passed. And though most of the class started to like Ms. Ward, impressed by her fairness, her patience, and her ability to make history sound like a movie, Tyler and his gang grew restless. "She's hiding something," said Kyle one afternoon at lunch. "You heard that clicking sound? What's that? Some robot leg or something?" Tyler smirked. "Yeah, maybe she's part machine. Or maybe she's just weird. Either way, she acts like she's better than us." Then came the idea, cruel, childish, but thrilling to them. "Let's find out what that sound is," Tyler said. "Tomorrow, we'll mess with her stuff. Bet she's hiding something crazy." The next day, Ms. Ward came to class early, as usual. She placed her books neatly on the desk and prepared her notes. The classroom was empty. She took a deep breath, her face briefly softening. Alone, she looked tired, the kind of tired that lives in the bones. She reached down to adjust her left leg, the prosthetic gleaming faintly beneath her slacks. Her hands trembled for a second, but she steadied herself. Then, as the bell rang, she composed her expression back into calm authority. The students poured in. By lunchtime, Tyler and his friends had made their move. When Ms. Ward went to the teacher's lounge, they sneaked into the classroom. They rummaged through her desk drawers, whispering and laughing. "Here," Kyle said, pulling out a small toolkit case she'd left by her bag. "Looks like something she uses for that leg thing." "Let's hide it," Tyler grinned. "Let's see how she walks without it." They didn't know what they were really taking. That kit wasn't just a repair tool, it was a part of her prosthetic mechanism. Without it, her leg could malfunction or detach painfully. When she returned, she immediately noticed something wrong. Her prosthetic wasn't fitting right. She could feel it slipping slightly, the connection weaker than usual. She kept teaching, pretending not to notice. The clicking sound grew uneven, louder. Students began whispering. Some laughed quietly. Tyler looked proud. Halfway through the lesson, it happened, the leg gave out. Ms. Ward stumbled and fell to the floor with a hard thud. Her books scattered everywhere. The laughter started instantly. "Whoa!" The robot teacher fell. Someone shouted. Tyler laughed louder than anyone. "Guess you need new batteries, huh?" But Ms. Ward didn't yell. She didn't cry. She sat up slowly, looked around the room with calm eyes, and said softly, "That will be enough." The silence that followed was strange. Her voice carried a weight that no one could mock. She reached down, adjusted her prosthetic manually, and stood up, steady again. Then she said, "You think this is funny because you don't understand what it means to lose something and still stand tall." Her tone wasn't angry, it was sad. Quiet. Heavy, she walked out of the classroom without another word that evening. Word spread through the school that the substitute had quit, or so everyone thought. But the truth was, Ms. Ward hadn't gone home to give up. She had gone to the principal's office, and what she said there